Time Warner Cable's Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. Thanks for joining us very much. Our guest is Steve Sojka. He's a member of the City Council in Simi Valley. And wow, you had three governmental agencies get together to collaborate. It was the City Council, the School Board, and the Parks District.
Correct.
Congratulations. What'd you talk about?
A number of issues, but I think top on the list was the heroin issue that, not only the nation is dealing with, but Simi Valley as a community is dealing with.
And let's talk about that. I recently spoke with someone from Santa Clarita, and she said the same thing, that heroin is starting to really become prevalent. It was meth. I guess heroin is now the drug of choice. Why is this happening? Do you know?
I do, and what's happening is with the prescription medication that doctors are prescribing for, treatment of, ailments as far as pain relief and so on, prescription medicine like Oxycontin or Percocet. Well, what that is, it's a synthetic opium-based prescription medication. It is. And what happens is the kids get in their parents' medicine cabinet, start taking these pills for a certain high, and they don't realize that they're getting addicted to the opiate. And when those pills run out, the cheap form of that is heroin. And
it's cheap. I mean, that's what the mayor of Santa Clarita was telling me. I had no idea. So it's easily accessible.
It is. And it's not, when I was growing up, you looked at a heroin addict, or you thought of a heroin addict, you thought, a junkie in a back alley shooting up.
Exactly.
Well, now they're snorting it and they're smoking it, so they don't even have to inject it. And that's the problem, is you could be at a party, your kid could be drunk and taking a hit of something and, thinking it might be, marijuana or something else, and it could be laced with
And what's
heroin.
interesting, the crime rate is going down, which
is
counter-cyclical when you think about it, given that we are in a recession, although it is getting better. But yet there is still this uptick in drug usage, especially amongst youth, despite other crime rates going down. So so you had this meeting.
Yes.
What were some of the solutions that were discussed?
Well, very proud of how Simi Valley is handling it. We are all working together, from the school district to the park district to the city. What we first formed was a task force of members of each agency, and along with the members of the public, and they're going to get together and look at ways that we can solve this problem through maybe ramped up enforcement, educational programs that we can put together, and just getting to our youth through youth sports and so on.
It's funny you mentioned sports, because I heard this expression once. I think it's an idle mind is devil's play. I mean, if the kids have nothing to do, that's when they get involved in drugs. But if you have programs for them through the Rancho Simi Valley Parks District, I mean, if they're busy, they don't have time.
True. But that's what's so devastating about this epidemic with heroin, is that it's reaching our athletes, it's reaching the good kids that are involved in school, and that, no family is immune to this, and that's what's so scary about heroin.
So you're looking to implement programs. What specifically is going to happen?
Well,
what's next?
I think what's next, the steps are, again, getting together with the task force and figuring out, okay, what's the plan of attack? Hopefully that we're going to have some subcommittees. I envision something like, putting together a Scared Straight type program for heroin in the schools. That's up to the task force to come up with their ideas. But also, again, it's getting back to the educational process. I think parents need to know that if you have these prescription drugs in your medicine cabinet, you have a potential heroin addict in your home.
What about the faith-based organizations? Can they get involved in any way?
Absolutely, and we'll pull them in too to work. We're going to deal with this problem as a community, and it's going to take the whole village, so to speak, to deal with this.
So when do we expect specific recommendations from the task force?
I think the first meeting is going to be the 22nd of this month, and then from there they'll know what road they're going to take and how often they're going to meet, and the formation of it. I know they're going to try to include some community members in this task force, which I think is important.
His name is Steve Sojka. He's a member of the Simi Valley City Council. My name is Brad Pomerance. Thank you for watching Time Warner Cable Local Edition. We're going to send you back to HLN.